My husband's excitement was palpable when he called me. "I have an amazing surprise for you tonight," he said cheerfully. "Dress your best and wait for me." After hanging up, a wave of anticipation washed over me. Throughout our years together, we always found ways to keep things exciting, but I had no idea what tonight would bring. I spent hours getting ready, putting on his favorite dress, carefully doing my makeup, and letting my hair fall into soft waves. As I looked at myself in the mirror, I felt a sense of pride knowing how much effort I'd put into tonight. Sitting in the living room, I anxiously waited for him. Minutes felt like hours until the doorbell finally rang. My heart raced as I opened the door to find my husband standing there with a familiar and surprising entourage: my best friend Clara, her husband Alex, and a man I didn't recognize. The stranger was tall and exuded a calm confidence. "Hello?" he said warmly. I learned his name was Ethan, and there was an intriguing air about him that immediately drew my attention. Everyone came inside, and we gathered around the dining table. Laughter filled the room as we shared stories, clinked our glasses, and indulged in Clara's endless jokes. Time flew by in a blur of joy, yet my husband's mischievous smile hinted that the night had only just begun. After dinner, my husband stood up, commanding everyone's attention. "Tonight is a time for new passions," he declared, his voice brimming with excitement. As I tried to decipher his words, he turned to Clara and, to my astonishment, kissed her on the lips. I froze in shock as Alex placed a hand on my shoulder, and Ethan quietly moved closer to me. My heart pounded in my chest as confusion turned to an unfamiliar thrill. Alex's hand slowly slid from my shoulder to my neck, his touch sending ripples through my senses. Ethan's gaze held mine firmly, his presence steady yet inviting. "Don't worry," he said softly, his voice soothing yet commanding. "This is just a moment. Enjoy it." The world around me seemed to blur as my breathing quickened. Alex's lips brushed against my cheek, and Ethan stepped even closer. I was caught between the two of them, and instead of feeling overwhelmed, I felt a deep sense of liberation and excitement. When my husband, sitting in the corner, watched us with a serene expression, I felt a spark of mischief. Perhaps making him jealous would make this night even more thrilling. Alex's hands moved down my arms with deliberate slowness as Ethan's eyes stayed locked on mine. Smiling faintly, I turned toward my husband and leaned closer to Ethan. "Do you enjoy watching me?" I asked, my voice soft yet challenging. My husband's grin widened as he chuckled and nodded, giving me the courage to go further. Ethan pulled me close, his arms wrapping around me as Alex gently pushed my hair aside, his lips tracing the curve of my neck. I was enveloped by their presence, their energies intermingling in a way that left me breathless. Meeting my husband's gaze, I saw approval in his eyes, a silent affirmation that this night was ours to embrace. His unspoken encouragement allowed me to fully immerse myself in the moment. The lines between mischief and passion blurred, leaving me with nothing but the pure intensity of the present. Their hands, their breaths, and their intertwined gazes ignited every sense within me. The freedom I felt in that moment was like nothing I had ever experienced, a rediscovery of myself in the most unexpected way. As the night came to an end, I lay in bed, reflecting on what had unfolded. Inside me was a profound sense of peace mixed with exhilaration. This wasn't just a fleeting experience. It was a revelation, a new chapter in my relationship with my husband. Tonight, we had celebrated not only our love, but the trust and freedom that made our bond unshakable. This was a night to remember, a reminder to embrace life's unexpected joys.